So now we are going to derive the formula for the observed frequency when the source S is traveling away from the observer. So the observer is on the right, but the source is traveling away from it as it emits waves to the right. So it emits waves to the right, but it travels away with a speed of Vs to the left. So what would the observed frequency be? So the same thing, let's say the source is S. It produces waves with frequency Fs, and the period which is the time between two wave crests is Ts. So it is also at the same time moving to the left with a speed of Vs, but of course the speed that the speed of the wave that it generates, the speed of the wave is Vw. So let's say after time Ts, what would be the distance traveled by the wave be? All right, so let's say the wave is traveling. So after a time of Ts, what would this distance be? So the distance traveled by the wave would be the speed, which is Vw, times the time, which is Ts. And at the same time, because this source is moving to the left, so the distance traveled by the source, which is S2, will be given by the formula the speed Vs times Ts. So therefore, after a time Ts, your source is now at this point. So from here, it will start to generate the wave crest all over again. But don't forget, the first wave crest that it generated here at the start there has already moved to here. So therefore, what is the distance between the first wave crest, which is this one, and the second wave crest, which is going to generate here? So what is the distance between these two wave crests? So the distance between these two wave crests would be given by S1 plus S2. So what is S1 plus S2 equals to? S1 plus S2 will be now equals to Vw Ts plus Vs Ts. So therefore, the observed period between two wave crests would be the distance between the two wave crests, Vw Ts plus Vs Ts, divided by the speed of the wave, which is Vw. So then now let's factorize the Ts, and you will get Vw plus Vs over Vw, and the whole thing times with Ts. So the observed frequency, which is the inverse of the period, observed period, so you will now get 1 over Ts times Vw over Vw plus Vs. So 1 over Ts gives you the frequency of the source. So you multiply by Vw over Vw plus Vs. And since your Vw over Vw plus Vs will be less than 1, so your observed frequency will be less than your source frequency. So that is how you derive this formula.